Long ago, when the skies were clear and the stars danced joyfully in the night, there lived a young boy named Timi in a small, peaceful village at the edge of a vast, enchanted forest. Timi was known for his bravery, though he was no warrior. He was a dreamer with a heart full of kindness, always helping anyone in need, whether it was a lost animal or a troubled neighbor. One evening, as Timi sat by the river gazing at the moonlit sky, he noticed something unusual. The moon, usually bright and full, appeared dim and sorrowful. Its soft glow flickered like a candle fight in the wind. Then, as if moved by an unseen force, a beam of silvery light descended from the sky and wrapped around Timi. Pulling him gently to his feet, Timi, a soft, melodic voice echoed in the air. It was the moon herself, speaking through the light. "My child, the star, has been stolen from me and is held captive deep in the forest by the Shadow King. The forest grows darker each night as his power grows, and soon, the star's light will be extinguished forever. I have watched you, brave and kind-hearted, and I believe you are the only one who can save my child." Timi's heart pounded in his chest, but he stood tall. "Why me?" he asked, his voice steady but curious. "Because," the moon replied, "your heart is pure, and only a pure heart can face the shadows without being consumed by them. But beware, the Shadow King will not give up the star easily. He will tempt you with your greatest desires and test your courage at every step. Will you go, Timi?" The boy looked up at the dim moon and nodded. "I will go. No light deserves to be trapped in darkness." The village gathers to prepare Timi for the journey. Elders offer advice, farmers give him food, and children cheer him on. Grandmother Zula warns him about specific dangers in the forest, such as the river of forgetfulness and the trickster spirit, Bomba. As Timi begins his journey, the whispering winds surround him, filling his mind with doubt. He uses the drum to clear his thoughts and summon courage. Realizing its power, Timi reaches the enchanted forest, where the entrance is guarded by Boko, the ancient baobab tree. Boko challenges him with a riddle: what grows bigger the more you take away? After thinking deeply, Timi answers, a hole, earning Boko's approval to enter. In the forest, Timi meets Jolly, a mischievous hare who offers to guide him in exchange for a favor. Suspicious but desperate, Timi agrees. Keeping his guard up, Jolly leads Timi to a river that causes travelers to forget their purpose. Using Zula's herbs, Timi resists the river's effects and crosses safely. While Jolly teases him about the difficulty of the task, Timi encounters a group of fireflies trapped by magical vines. He frees them with his drum's rhythm, and they promise to guide him whenever darkness falls. Timi encounters Bomba, the spirit of deception, who tries to mislead him into a trap. Timi cleverly uses the firefly's light to see through Bomba's illusions, escaping unscathed. For the first time, Timi sees a faint glimmer of the lost star through the dense forest. Inspired, he pushes forward, though the path grows more treacherous. A magical sandstorm hits, conjuring visions of Timi's worst fears. He drums a steady rhythm to ground himself and overcome the illusions. Timi arrives at the lair of the Moon Witch, who demands a tale of true bravery in exchange for her help. Timi shares the story of his parents' courage during a village raid, moving the witch to assist him. The Moon Witch reveals that the star is imprisoned by the Shadow King and warns of the dangers ahead. She gives Timi a protective charm and a map. Timi must cross a bridge made of bones that creaks with each step. He uses the drum's rhythm to calm his nerves and avoid breaking the fragile structure. Shadow wolves attack Timi at the edge of the Moon Witch's territory. The fireflies return to blind the wolves, allowing Timi to escape. Timi meets Zumo, a leopard cursed by the Shadow King to live as a servant. Zumo agrees to guide Timi to the Shadow King's fortress in exchange for help breaking the curse. Timi and Zumo enter the Valley of Echoes, where spirits of failed heroes try to discourage them. Timi uses the drum to create a rhythm that drowns out the voices. Shadows detach from the trees and attempt to lead Timi astray. Zumo fights them off, and Timi realizes the leopard's strength is tied to his courage. They reach the Shadow King's obsidian fortress, a towering structure guarded by shadow creatures. Zumo explains that the only way in is through the secret maze of whispers. Timi and Zumo enter the maze, where walls shift and whispers of doubt grow louder. Timi uses the Moon Witch's charm to navigate the ever-changing paths. Timi discovers the star trapped in a glass cage, glowing faintly. Before he can free it, the Shadow King appears, shrouded in darkness. The Shadow King offers Timi a bargain: leave the forest safely and forget the star, or risk everything to free it. Timi refuses the bargain. The Shadow King forces Timi into a trial where he must confront painful truths about his past and fears. Timi emerges stronger, proving his resolve. The Shadow King sends Timi into a labyrinth filled with shadow monsters. Timi uses the drum's rhythm to weaken them, finding his way to the star. Using the firefly's light and the Moon Witch's charm, Timi breaks the star's cage, but the Shadow King returns for a final confrontation. Timi faces the Shadow King in a battle of wits and courage. He uses the drum to create a rhythm that weakens the king's powers, forcing him to retreat. Freed from its cage, the star shines brightly, banishing the remaining shadows and breaking Zumo's curse. Timi, Zumo, and the star flee the collapsing fortress, navigating through the maze as it crumbles around them. The enchanted forest begins to heal, its magic turning from dark to light. The animals and spirits Timi helped earlier thank him. Timi begins his return to the village, guided by the fireflies and accompanied by Zumo. Timi returns to the village, carrying the star. The villagers celebrate his bravery but notice he has changed. He is wiser and more confident. Timi climbs the sacred mountain and returns the star to the moon, which shines brighter than ever. The moon blesses Timi and the village, ensuring peace and prosperity. Grandmother Zula predicts that Timi's story will inspire future generations. The village holds a grand festival to honor Timi, with dances, songs, and stories celebrating his courage. Timi becomes a leader in the village, helping others face their fears and challenges. Though the village celebrates, Timi begins to notice strange occurrences. Shadows linger unnaturally long during the day, and animals grow restless. Grandmother Zula warns him that the Shadow King may not be fully defeated. Zumo, now free of his curse, decides to return to his family deep in the jungle. Before leaving, he gives Timi a carved stone, telling him it may prove useful if the darkness ever returns. The moon's child, now a blazing star, descends to thank Timi personally. It grants him the ability to summon its light in times of great need but warns him to use it sparingly. The Shadow King's essence gathers strength in the distant mountains. He creates a new army of shadow creatures, seeking revenge on Timi and the moon for his defeat. Timi begins having dreams of an approaching war. In one vision, he sees the moon eclipsed and the village shrouded in darkness. Grandmother Zula interprets the dreams as a warning to prepare for a final battle. Timi rallies the villagers to prepare for the Shadow King's attack. He teaches them how to use light, fire, and music to defend themselves against the shadows. The fireflies arrive in great numbers, offering their light to help the villagers. Their leader, a golden firefly named Lumi, pledges loyalty to Timi. As Timi practices with his magical drum, he discovers a hidden power within it, a rhythm that can dispel shadows completely. However, it drains his energy each time he uses it. The Shadow King's army attacks the village under the cover of night. The villagers fight valiantly, using torches, mirrors, and the firefly's light to repel the shadows. Timi confronts the Shadow King at the village gates. The king taunts Timi, claiming that his power is tied to the moon's light and that he will fade during the eclipse. As the moon begins to darken, the Shadow King grows stronger. The villagers struggle to hold back the shadow creatures, and Timi feels his strength waning. remembering Zumo's gift, Timi uses the carved stone. It summons Zumo and a group of jungle animals, who join the fight and help turn the tide against the Shadow Army. Timi plays a powerful rhythm on his drum, combining its magic with the firefly's light and the star's gift. The combined power creates a blinding burst of light that weakens the Shadow King. With the Shadow King weakened, Timi uses the moon's blessing to trap him in the stone Zumo gave him. The shadow creatures vanish, and the eclipse ends, restoring light to the land. The village celebrates Timi's victory with a grand festival. The moon shines brighter than ever, and the star promises to protect the land. Timi is hailed as a hero, but he remains humble, knowing that courage and unity saved the village.